Patrick Hicks Music Stories presents Every Grammys Ever, the 53rd Annual Grammy Awards, February 13th, 2011. So we're kicking off another decade of the Grammys, the last full decade that we're going to cover on this series, and tonight is a weird night. Some really good stuff, some not so great stuff, and some bizarre stuff. So, just like every other Grammys. Let's start with a weird one. In Best New Artist, you had some strong nominations. Florence and the Machine, Mumford & Sons, Justin Bieber, Drake, but the winner is Esperanza Spalding. So Esperanza Spalding is a jazz fusion bassist and singer. She won this after releasing her third studio album, an album called Chamber Music Society. I do kind of feel like the Grammys just do this every once in a while. They'll give a win like this to throw people off track so they can say look, we don't just give awards to the most popular people or the people that sell the most records. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Now let's get into Song and Record of the Year. So in Song of the Year, you had Eminem's Love the Way You Lie, featuring Rihanna. Eminem is actually the most nominated artist tonight. He has 10 nominations. A lot for this song, for the song Not Afraid, which does win Best Rap Solo Performance tonight, and a lot for his album Recovery, which wins Best Rap Album. This is Eminem's 5th Best Rap Album award. He's won every single time he's been nominated except for 2006 when Kanye's Late Registration beat his album Encore. Also nominated in Song of the Year is the song The House That Built Me by Miranda Lambert, Beg, Steal or Borrow by Ray LaMontagne, and the song F You, performed by CeeLo, written by CeeLo Green, Philip Lawrence, and Bruno Mars. But the winner in this category is the song Need You Now by Lady Antebellum.
It's 1:15, I'm all alone and I need you now.
And that song also wins Record of the Year, beating out F You, Love the Way You Lie, along with the song Nothing on You by B.O.B. and Bruno Mars, and the song Empire State of Mind by Jay-Z and Alicia Keys. Although Empire State of Mind does win Best Rap/Sung Collaboration and Best Rap Song. Jay-Z also gets another win in Best Rap Performance by a duo or group for On to the Next One featuring Swizz Beatz. It's a little dubious, I think, to call Jay and Swizz Beatz a duo, since Swizz was just the producer of this track and he's not featured a ton on it, but okay, it's Swizz Beatz' first Grammy, which is well deserved. And an interesting little tidbit, these songs were from Jay-Z's album The Blueprint 3. There were 4 singles from this album, and all 4 won Grammys. Last year, his song DOA, Death of Autotune, won Best Rap Solo Performance, and Run This Town with Rihanna won Best Rap Sung Collaboration and Best Rap Song. Now here are the nominations for Album of the Year. Eminem gets another Album of the Year nomination for Recovery. Lady Gaga gets another Album of the Year nomination for The Fame Monster. Katy Perry gets her first Album of the Year nomination for Teenage Dream. Song and Record of the Year winners Lady Antebellum are nominated for their album Need You Now. And finally, Arcade Fire get their first Album of the Year nomination for their album The Suburbs. Which is a little weird because that album was nominated for Best Alternative Music Album, but lost to the Black Keys for Brothers. The Black Keys got their first nominations and wins tonight. They get 2, but aren't nominated for Album of the Year. But before we get to the winner, let's talk about some albums from 2010 that were not nominated. You've got another amazing album from Joanna Newsom, Have One on Me, that's totally ignored by the Grammys. You've got LCD Sound System's third album, This Is Happening. Teen Dream by Beach House. You've got the second record from Vampire Weekend, Contra. And then finally, The Arch Android by Janelle Monáe. This does get a nomination in Best Contemporary R&B Album, but loses to Usher's Raymond v. Raymond. And she also gets a nomination for the song Tightrope in Urban/Alternative Performance, but loses both, and Janelle Monáe has never won a Grammy. She's 0 for 10. And the Grammy goes to...
Grammy goes to... The Suburbs.
Arcade Fire's The Suburbs. This was a huge surprise.
Arcade, what is it? Arcade Fire.
For a lot of reasons. One, the Grammys had ignored Arcade Fire for most of their career. Tonight they only had 3 nominations, and they lost 2 of them, both to the Black Keys. And this award, Album of the Year, the most prestigious award at the Grammys, is the only Grammy that Arcade Fire has ever won. But I love it. This is a great album, maybe the last great rock album to win Album of the Year. It's by an important band. They become the first indie rock band to win Album of the Year. And it kind of feels like a little bit of justice for all the losses by David Bowie, Talking Heads, Radiohead. The Grammys are starting the 2010s off right.
Were we more surprised than Barbra Streisand or less surprised?
Equal.
And the winner is
Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for the highs and lows of the 54th Grammy Awards in 2012.
All the kids have always known